Hey guys, Dynamite647 here, and I'm going to do an unboxing video of the latest new Joying Android head unit. This is the Intel based 2GB RAM and 32GB storage version. So, let's open it up and see what's inside. So that's the Joying box right there. Let's see what we got inside here. Open it up. Right. So you'll be greeted by greeting card. Here you go. This is also your it's got your support info on there. Okay. Then inside you'll have the wire harness. So whatever car you buy, the wire harness is going to be according to that car. All of this stuff, by the way, I'm going to go into detail later, but this is just showing unboxing. This is the wiring harness. Here you have a microphone, so in case you want to install an extra microphone. There's also a built-in microphone in the head unit itself. Now this is an extra accessory. This is the Joying DVR. I've never used it before, so it's going to be my first time. I'll actually do a separate review of this Joying DVR car recorder. Very lightweight, actually. I mean, extremely lightweight. So one of the last is the connection diagram, they call it. This just shows the back of the head unit and all the features. Now, here is the feature item. If you notice, it's QC passed, so they do provide this on every head unit. So there's the head unit itself. I would say very good packaging, nothing is damaged. So this is everything that comes with the head unit. You got the greeting card, you have the wiring diagram, microphone, you have the harness, the wiring, and then that is the optional accessory, the DVR. And also there's a GPS antenna, so that is at the bottom right here. So a GPS antenna is provided. All of the new Joying head units come with the NFC as well. Alright, so here we have the head unit, and as mentioned before, you get a external microphone with it, but you don't really need it because the built-in one is really good actually. And that's the cable I was talking about earlier that hooks up to the front of the head unit, and this I believe is only for power. There's no data transmission happening here. So you also get a GPS module that hooks up to the back. We'll take a look at that. And the DVR, by the way, is optional, as mentioned before. So now looking at the side, the build quality I would say is pretty good. Removing or opening this now is much easier than before. Before there were, due to the DVD, there were some extra screws, but now you just got one here and one on the back, and you can pop this plate off. You have access to the main board here. I'll be opening this in a separate video to take a look at. The quality overall is pretty good. Turning it around. So on the back, what have we got here is one USB on this side, another on that side, and you also have the microphone input. So you have two USB in, and then that's obviously your GPS you can connect here, and then you have all sorts of AV connections. if you want to install a backup camera, the AV connection for that is separate. That comes in the ISO harness. So do note that this one is for a Corolla, so yours might look a bit different. On the wiring front, it's pretty basic. These two are for your camera. You'll put the AV in here. You'll put the back wire. And then you have your brake wire here, amp connection if you have that. So it's nothing much to go through here. It's very simple and very straightforward. Alright, so this is the back camera setup. So you're gonna have your camera installed in the back of your car, and then you're gonna run the wire. You're gonna collect the power wire and the signal wire for the video. From this you're gonna have a ground and a positive wire. So you're gonna hook these to your reverse lights. So when you turn it in reverse, it gets power. Then you're gonna run this wire all the way to the front of your car, to the joying head unit. And once you reach the front of your car, you're gonna see this AV in. So you're gonna plug the AV cable here, and then you're gonna see that back wire, and you're gonna hook up the power to the back wire. So when you hit it up, the display changes to the video signal. Alright guys, so now we're gonna put up the head unit. This will be a cold boot, and I have my makeshift workbench here, just using a computer power supply to fire up the head unit. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Now while it's booting up, I'm gonna have, this is the first part of the video where we do the unboxing and a quick review, just a very basic overview. In another video we are gonna look at it operational inside a car and all the other features. There'll be a very detailed review. I'm also going to have a third part or another video rather, which will show the DVR. That's the Joying dash cam, which is right here actually. This is the Joying USB dash cam. So I'm going to have a separate video. And for any one of you who would like to fire this up from home, and if you don't know how to do it, just use any power supply. You have your power and ground here, and then on the head unit you just need to connect the ground wire, which is black obviously, and then the red and the yellow wire, because the red is the ACC and yellow is the power. They have a diagram on top, so just you can refer to that. I'll also be opening this head unit, and we'll take a look at the inside portion as well. So in the meantime, if you guys have any questions until I post a detailed review, if you guys have any questions, just put them in the comments below, so that way for my next video I'll be able to answer all the questions. Even though this head unit is for 2009 to 13 Toyota Corolla, but the system itself is the same for every other car. The only difference will be the look of the head unit for each car and the wiring harness, the ISO harness. So those are the only two differences. But if you have any questions for any other cars, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I'll make sure to answer them in my next detailed review of this head unit. So there was your boot up right here, and we are running Android 5.1.1. This is running an Intel 2GB. This is running an Intel Sophia processor, 2GB RAM and 32GB storage. One big difference to note on the new head units is there's no more DVD drive. So this is just, even though it's showing as a slot, but there's nothing inside here actually. They removed that, which is totally fine with me. Looking at the physical side of the head unit, you have the volume rocker here. That is also doubles as a power button. SD card at the top, no DVD slot, it's just an empty indented slot. It does have LEDs on the side that light up. Then you have your GPS card slot, and the back button, and this rocker is used as a forward or backward button as well. Mute just mutes it pretty much, straightforward. DVD option, radio, media, this could be set up to do different things. Your microphone is right here. Even though Joying provides an external mic, this is more than enough. I've used it in various conditions in my car and it works perfectly fine. You have an IR here, and it comes with a remote. Never used it. Then going along on the right side, you have some functions. The eject button is still there, but it should have been something else because now you don't have a DVD slot. So, but this could be customized, so you could change this button to do whatever you want it. Forward, backward, play, stop, and then reset is right here. So if you have any issues, you just can reset from here, and then you have a USB 2 port. I think this only does charging, as from what I have known. The cable that it comes with does not, or the port itself does not carry data, so I will only be able to charge. Let's take a look at the and if the display does look, if it looks, the colors look a bit off on this video, is just yeah, I'm recording with a cell phone, probably that's why, but in real life the display is crisp, clear, the colors are detailed, so no issues over there at all. The fit and finish here I think is pretty good. No issues here, no plastics are hanging, the metal and the plastic pieces have been attached pretty well, so there's no light leakage or anything like that. I also have my keyboard hooked up, because you could do a USB hub and all that. Now this is the basic layout or the UI for the Joying head units. This is what it comes with. With the new ones, they have changed this widget window right here now. This is different. So on the main screen you have a bunch of apps here. You got navigation, radio, Bluetooth. Car media is just some extra settings. Operation guide, this time they've included this. Joying has done a great job of including this built-in sort of an info guide or how-to guide, which shows you everything about the head unit. So for example, if I went to main, it will tell you all about the main screen and everything, widgets and whatnot. Go back, right? This is a quick review. We'll just go to the main highlights, show you the hardware info right here. Right, so as you can see, the display is same thing, 1024 by 600. It's running the Lollipop, and I have updated the latest Joying upgrade, the processor. Take a look at that. Intel CPU, okay, 1000 megahertz. Memory, that's a big plus. Finally, Joying included 2 gigs of memory, so that's a huge help. And also the storage, you can notice now it's 32 gig storage. Obviously I have already downloaded some apps, so and then just some basic stuff here. Alright, that's that. The file manager has been improved compared to the previous version. Now it's a bit more involved, you got more options, it's easy to read, the layout is better. So I think Joying has been listening to the feedback on their forum, and they've been improving everything they can. By the way, in this video I won't be doing a sound quality test because I haven't hooked it up to speaker. I'll be doing that in my detailed review. Pressing this button goes to your app drawer, right? The voice commands actually work really good. So if I went to Play Store, let's search for something random. Google Now. Alright, so Google Now launcher. Obviously you can put whatever launcher you want on this. So they have done some major changes with the software as well. So for example, when you go into the car media this time, there's a whole bunch of options I'm going to be going into later on, but there's a lot of stuff they've added this time, besides just the basic settings they were here last time. One of the things here is this extra settings. The password here is 3368, right? And you can do some additional settings here. There's some advanced settings here, which we look at later on. You can see the DVR. You can actually select the different DVRs there. So it might be possible to hook up another USB camera here if you have one. If you don't have the Joying one, it might be possible. So you might have to download an external app for that, like Autobot or something, and then change the settings from here. External DVR, it might work. We'll test that out later on. You can choose your car brand logo from here, and I mean there's all sorts of stuff going on here. They've included display calibration this time, which is a great thing. So you can change the saturation, the darkness, which I did right away because mine was a bit off, was too white, so I changed mine. I think that's a welcome touch. You can change the sensitivity on your Bluetooth mic, which we just tested a little while ago. And home launcher this time, so they've added 3 different options, and we'll look at all of those later on. So now you're not stuck with one, but the password for developer option is the same. This is just like what you would have on your Android phone, by the way. So those are all the developer options. Not going to go into those. And we'll go to about device here as well. So same thing again. There's your Android. It's lollipop. Now you might be noticing this little button hovering around the screen. What this is a quick launch button. So this is a cool little item, but you can also turn this off if you wanted to. So it does brightness, volume. You can go back. You can do a blank screen. So it just does this. Then you touch it. Oops. And home just takes you back to home. And these are all your apps. Okay. Do this. So swiping down, you got some more options now. You have a reboot, just restart the unit. That's a welcome touch instead of holding the power button. Standby and shutdown are I think the same thing. It technically doesn't shut down because I tried it. Well, let's just try it actually right now. So we'll do standby. So with standby you will see this display. I think that's a cool feature. You'll just have a big digital clock, and you can change obviously to analog one if you want it. So that's what that is. Now you touch the screen, and shutdown is the same thing, so I don't know why they put it. You can have a default volume, so when you start up the car, I have set it up to 7. You can change that. Other than that, when I make the next video, I'm going to go into really detail about everything and all the changes and the good and the bad. So do subscribe, that way you're up to date with when the new video is uploaded. Hit the like button if this video helped you, and do let me know in the comments below what specific apps and do let me know in the comments below what specific questions you have regarding this latest Joying head unit, and so I'll make sure to include that in my next video. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.